when Asian composers write, for example, about a theme like the city, they less put themselves individually in the position where they experience something in the city, but they contemplate some aspect of the city. It's like they're not describing the city itself, but they're describing a meditation about the nature of the city, or the city dreams or something. And the Western approach would be much more to tell, okay, what is happening to a particular person, or what sounds are created by the city, and let's listen to that. And both aspects, I think, are very valid. It's a big difference. And in general, I think that the Western approach is always to put, it's like the heroic idea of Beethoven or whatever, is to put a person there, and the person is fighting against the world, and in Asian composition it's like the person is fighting against the world, but that's not the story of the piece. The story of the piece is after the fight, the person sits down and thinks about it, and then looks at a tree and something like that. So that's very, very different, I think, and this is interesting because for me, Asian music becomes more interesting if it's Asian, if it's Malaysian, if it's Indonesian, if it's Singaporean. If there's a special, if I hear the voice of the people, the voice of the culture, that becomes more interesting, and it becomes less interesting if it's imitating Western culture, because Western culture in imitation is less interesting. I'm interested in your culture, you see. So that for me is the most important aspect, is when I can feel that something is looked at in a different way than I know it from my home. I want to see the different way. It's more interesting that way. So I hope, and I'm also see it already, that the Malaysian composers, they discover a voice of their own, which comes from their own culture.
The first time I saw the theme, the first time they told me about that this will be the theme, it's about the city, etc., etc., I was so excited. And they told me about the theme, I said, this is timely, because that time I was studying how landscapes, physical landscapes, had a strong effect on artistic work. And physical landscapes, the city being a physical landscape, has so many stories to tell. What the order and the disorder that exists in the city, especially in Southeast Asia and especially in Malaysia, which is a budding tiger economy, and you create this beautiful city, Kuala Lumpur, or me living in Metro Manila, also with our own disjunctures of the city, and I said, this is very timely. This should be seen by more people, so that at least our understanding of music and the city is also our understanding of ourselves as people, as human beings. I'm so happy how this is happening in this country, and I feel so privileged to be able to have had a connection with them somehow. And I think Malaysia will have a very strong voice in the development of Southeast Asian contemporary music, most especially now that things are really, I mean, Southeast Asia is really emerging as an important force in the global culture, so to say. So I am very happy, and I am very proud to be closely in touch with them. And I also feel that someday people around the world will really understand what is the contribution of Southeast Asia, Malaysia, and other countries in this region to the global culture.
Let's enjoy the symphonies of Asian cities and rejoice in the creative powers of artistic passion during this festival. Together, we will make a difference to our lives.
Their work has been to reach out to communities and embrace them with their art. And I think we could learn a lot from that. So for me, that is the essence of and the spirit of such a festival that all of you are here today to share.
And I trust that these 3 days will not only broaden your understanding in music, but also inspire you to achieve greater heights.
This event is, of course, very important, of great significance to Malaysia, because not only is it the first, but it's a sign that our new music scene is gaining force and maturity. And to be able to stage a full concert of Malaysian works has been a long time dream for many, including me, and here it is coming true.
This festival, I find to be more intimate than any festival I've ever attended. We're given some space for dialogue with the young composers. I love talking to young people because even if I'm old, I feel young, and I always sit with them, I joke with them, a feeling of community.
Spaces of hope.
What impressed me the most is the feeling and the energy of both performers and also the participants, finding themselves, discovering themselves in the music as well. In this festival, there are many people of the older generations, of the young generations, from different cultures, and we meet together we converse and exchange many different things, and it's very inspiring.
The highest level that can be attained by a composer is to be human.
It was great for us to come here and have all these compositions from the very young composers. And
the festival is beautiful. Like it, this I like it. It is very friendly and the joy of being together. The level is more than correct.
Always remain positive. Always never think of the negative. No matter in a competition condition, a situation of competition or non-competition. Believe in what they write. Never write to please everybody.
Keep this kind of enjoyment in making music and creating music, and have fun.
Wo man singt, da lass dich nieder. Schlechte Menschen haben keine Lieder. Where people sing and make music, you can safely settle down, because bad people do not sing and have no music. We found out that this exchange within the region can be at least as rich and interesting as the region, as the exchange with Europe or with other parts of the world.
It doesn't matter whether you get 2 prizes, 10 prizes or no prize. The whole festival was a big workshop, people working together on the same level. And I think this is a fantastic result of that festival, and thanks to all the organizers of this festival.